Hey guys, this is Dee Dee with Motivated to Soar, and today I had the opportunity to speak with around 45 to 50 girls from ages 10 to up to 18, 10 to 18, and I was speaking on the topic of drug prevention. And one of the things that I noticed about our youth is they know how to interact on certain levels. What I mean by that is the host prior to me, she was trying to engage them. And one way she used was talking about music, different artists. So some of them, they talked a little bit, they came out of their shell, but for the most part, it was pretty quiet, pretty quiet. And one of my observation is I really believe that social media has a lot to do with this. They have become so accustomed to hiding behind the computer, behind the screen, that when they are face to face with individuals, they're pretty much in their shell. They are in their shell. Oh, now they can have a discussion if they're on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, any type of social media platform. But what we need our teens to do is to have more engagement, to speak up, to find their voice, and not just be able to present behind the camera, but be able to present in front of other people. That is what is going to draw the attention. That is what is going to push them out to another level. So I'm saying all this to say, observe your children. Do an observation of how your children are communicating one on one with you and other children around them. And also watch their activities when they are on social media, when they're gaming, when they're interacting with other people playing games, as opposed to being, right in front of an individual and you can't hold a full conversations. That's why it's not good to allow them to have their cell phones at the table. When you're at the table, you should be eating dinner. You should be having discussion with your families. And we have moved away from family time. You don't see a lot of families sitting at the table eating. No, they're in front of the TV. Some are eating and they're doing this, looking at their cell phones, looking at their cell phones. Even if you notice when you're out at restaurants, even couples, sometimes they're not one on one. Each person has their own cell phone. We are forgetting how to communicate with one another. That's not good. That is not good. There should be continued communication. You should always be vocalizing. You should always be having something to say. Not just chattering just to be chattering, but I mean a open, full dialogue, communication, and be able to do it on a consistent basis. That is so important, especially for our younger adults, our children. It is so important, and I just want you guys to really pay close attention to that. So, but yeah, I had the luxury of speaking to them about substance abuse, um, drug abuse, all in general. I had a few of them to stand up and talk about where do they see themselves, in 2 to 3 years. And there were some that's like in the 10th, 11th, and 12th, and they were talking about it. Was one young lady said that she wants to become a OBGYN, another one an anesthesiologist. Another one told me she just wanted to be rich. I'm like, okay, you want to be a trillionaire? I said, I'm going to skip you from millionaire and just take you directly to trillionaire. And I was like, well, how are you going to do that? And she was like, I just don't know, but I know I want to be rich. I'm like, okay, so you need to go back and do some planning. But I really enjoyed having that dialogue with them and being vulnerable in front of them, letting them know that there are some things that I didn't know growing up, even as an adult. Just trying to get that dialogue flowing and letting them understand that your life can change in the split of a second. hanging around the wrong people, those individuals who are vaping. A lot of kids these days, they feel like, oh, I'm not smoking, I'm just vaping. They think it's something good. Nicotine is nicotine. We really need to be speaking with our children. They don't understand. In the tobacco industry, they're getting them young. They are recruiting them young because the vapes, it comes in flavors. And guess what? Children are more prone to taking on a substance that's flavored. They can get it in cherry, apple, you know, black cherry, all these different types of flavors just to do what? Entice them, to tempt them. And next thing you know, they're addicted. They are addicted. And I was trying to explain to them, a lot of other kids always said, may have said to themselves, oh, that'll never happen to me. That will never happen to me. Now, full blown addiction. Full blown addiction. So, as parents, we need to be checking. We need to be seeing what type of activities are they getting themselves into. It's your house. Check their bedrooms. Check their book bags. You know, listen in on conversations. You're like, oh, I shouldn't be doing that. That's their privacy. You get no privacy. You have to earn privacy. When it's all under the one household, they're not paying mortgage, electric bills, anything like that. This is your home. Parents, you gotta take authority. Take authority over your home. The devil wants your kids, and he wants them early. He wants them early. He wants us to be so busy with work, so busy with trying to have the bigger houses, the bigger cars, the luxury vacations. All that is going to mean absolutely nothing if your child is strung out on drugs. So, this is just a quick reminder just to be observe your kids, even if they're in college. Go do a pop-up visit. Just go do a pop-up visit. See what they're doing. Let them know you care about them, you love them. And that was one of the things I was pushing during my presentation today. I'm like, look, your parents, they know what they're doing. They love you. They want what is best for you. You might feel like they're getting on your nerves, but they love you. And I had some of the kids to attest and say, you know what? Yeah, because one of the questions was, where are you today, and what is one goal that you can see yourself accomplishing, and who's pushing you toward that goal? Each child responded, my mom, my dad, my mom, my dad. So they know they just need to be reminded. They just need to be reminded. And for us who are parents, we need to be reminded. We need to stay on top of our jobs. These are our children. Just don't give them up. Don't give them up to this crazy world. It's a lot happening in this world. So be on guard. Be on guard. Talk to you next time.